I am Dr. Reshma Sagari, and I love to help people, especially the young enthusiastic people like you who believe they can solve problems. All right? And with that note, I would like to start today's session. Do you all know what are we going to discuss about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Business page?
Yes.
Yes? All right. So before we move further, let me ask you all a quick introduction from each one of you. I'll take your names. You can unmute yourself, and whoever is not on video can also come on video and introduce yourself quickly as possible. Probably a
I'm
one-liner.
Navya.
Yeah, I'll take your names one by one, okay, so that I remember who I'm speaking to, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to say our name, we're going to say our age, and we are going to say if we have any business idea. If yes, what is it? And if we don't have, then probably what is the problem that you would like to solve in future, maybe, if at all. Okay? Sounds good?
Yes.
Yeah? Superb.
Yep.
Superb.
I had a doubt.
Yes, Shubhan.
Problem we have to discuss.
Anything. So if are you already working on a business idea?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. What idea of business means?
Yes. What is the business that you want to do, or what is it that you have in your mind? What is the idea behind it? Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Simple. So let's start with Shubhan. I am not sure, Shubhan, if I'm taking your name right. Correct me if I go wrong anywhere, kids.
Yeah, ma'am. My name is Shubhan only. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Shubhan. Your name, your age, and what is it that you are doing?
And what, ma'am? Pardon?
Your name, your age, and what is it that you are doing? What is your business idea?
My name is Shubhan Gadia, and I am 11 years old. And the business idea I'm working on is making customized, calendars.
Okay.
Customized calendars, selling it, and the money I get, I am giving to someone who needs money in these days.
Okay. All right.
Half of it I am taking, and half of it I'm giving to others, to the poor people.
Are you all? Yes. Go on.
And also, so I am doing this business. I use Photo Calendar Creator. It's a software where I create my calendars and sell it. So
Okay.
I also do marketing. I am learning marketing, but I am step behind it. I know,
Okay.
but I have to just apply it.
Superb. So
Thank
you've
you.
already started doing it, right?
Yes, ma'am. I have started doing this, and I have
Fantastic.
means many. First batch is over. Second batch
Superb.
coming for next year.
Superb. That calls for a round of applause for him, isn't it? Superb. Thank you so much, Shubhan. Can we have Meera talk next?
Okay, so hi, I am Meera. I'm 14, and my idea I haven't started. I mean, I have only thought of the idea yet. And it's basically an idea in which children from different schools can study together, and they can study their own material together.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's like a WeWork for kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Can you hear me actually?
Yes, very
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, superb, lovely. Thank you, Meera. Aditya Rastogi, why don't you take your turn now?
Hello everyone. I am Aditya Vastogi. I am 8 years old, and my business idea is that I will work in a bakery. Its tagline would be always fresh and delicious. And the
Wow.
money I would get, half of the money I would distribute it among the poor people, and will also give to the government in the children who are studying in the government schools.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Aditya. A big round of applause for him as well. Rishit, can you take your turn, please?
This is Rishit, age 12. Business idea. Instead of receptionists in hotel, you ditch that. You make it a machine. And instead of locks, each locks for one room, and for different hotels, you get one lock for your room. Like there'll be a key. You swipe your card in it, and the key will get transferred. And I've also got a demonstration, like a technical demonstration, which I'd like to demonstrate today, if given the chance.
Surely, we'll look forward to it, Rishit. Thank you so much for sharing this idea. It's a key card that would help in replacing the lock and key. Electronic key card, is it right, Rishit? Correct me if I'm wrong.
One electronic card, electronic cards for many hotels and a machine receptionist, which makes it easier to check in.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rishit. And we move to Swastik.
Hello ma'am, I am Swastik Jain. I am 11 years old and I have a business idea. I am working on it. Its name is Ply Bona. So I make PowerPoint presentations or creatives for events, festivals, advertising that can be posted on WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And I also design logos. So the money I get from the work I do, I save them for future.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you, Swastik. Nuban, can you take your turn?
Yes, ma'am. I am Nuan and I am 11 years old, and I like to draw.
Okay. So, what do you like to draw, Nuban?
Anything like cars, and I want to make a future car, that won't have wheels.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And I don't want to use petrol and diesel as it harms our environment.
Interesting.
It's an electronic car.
It's an electronic car without wheels.
Yeah.
So mobility is something that you are going to solve.
Try to make it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Who is next? Let me quickly take your name. Tilak Bhimraj ka?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. So my age is 11, and here's my brother Arav. He is 6 years. He also he's interested in business and wants to become an entrepreneur. And so he wants to attend this whole event. So right now I don't have much of an idea for my business. So I'm working on it.
Superb. I'm sure you will catch hold of something interesting to work on after this entire carnival is over.
Yes, ma'am.
All the best to you, Tilak, and Arav as well. We move to Paulomi now.
Yes. I now, as of now, my name is Paulomi and I'm 9 years. And as of now, I have an idea that nowadays in restaurants, most of the people, some people, there are a lot of waiters, and some people are little conscious because they don't know. They sometimes think that they don't know what the chef is putting in. So what I feel that my business idea is that later on, all the tables can have a type of a camera where the person can see what he can see the chef making his order, and to give the order instead of having waiters, we can there might be some type of a mechanic thing where we can click on some button and then we can put them. And also in the idea can get more bigger. to take the dishes also. There might be some place like the button or some. There might be some button or something, and also for the people, some people they just run away without giving the money, so they can just there might be some flash food, and also like there might be everything. They don't need to even get up once, and
Wow.
no need of waiters and everything. Everything can be done straight on the table.
Fantastic. Very lovely idea, Paulomi. Thank you for sharing that.
Only thing they need to like just if they need to use the washroom, then they need to get up. Otherwise, everything else can be done on their seat.
Got it. Got it. All right. Thank you so much, Paulomi. And Mariam, why don't you share your idea?
Yes. My name is Mariam and I'm 8 years old. I have brand the simple stuff, and I
Okay.
make jewelry and sell it.
Okay.
I market it by going live.
Okay.
And the last time I went live, within 24 hours, I sold out everything that I had made.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Lovely. Thank you so much for sharing this, Mariam. How do you make your jewelry?
I make my jewelry with some materials such as beads.
Wow. That's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing, Mariam.
You're welcome.
All right. We can go to Tanish. Tanish, please take your turn.
Hi, my name is Tanish and I am 12 years old. And although I don't have a business, I had an idea which was told to me from my dad, and we discussed that although many people buy so many products like those coding programs and the small kits from which you can make robots, but they end up making nothing and just wasting that. So we thought, what if we buy those things and put all the coding and everything into it and sell it to other people, so that they just put the wires in the correct place and it starts working.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Thank you, Tanish, for sharing your stuff. And we can ask Suraj to take his turn now.
Hello, I'm Suraj. I'm 14 years old. Right now, I have not thought of many ideas. I have like 2 to 3 ideas. My first idea is like I can create a lot of logos. The logo is created using a software or app called Design Evo. You can like create almost 250 to 300 logos for free in it. My second idea is I can review things like phones, and I can let people know what to buy and how to buy it. These are my 3 ideas. Thank you.
Super. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Suraj. And we will move on to Pranjan. If I'm not wrong, is it Pranjan? Prangan, please help me.
It's Prangan.
Prangan. Prangan and Paridhi. Yes, please.
Yes. I am Paridhi and I'm 12 years old.
Okay.
And I'm Prangan and I'm 12 years old. We are twins. Yeah. I don't actually have a business idea. I want to go in finance. I want to be a CA. So yeah, I have no business idea. I have one. I want to open my own steel company for my businesses and have huge profits and then help the poor people.
Wow. A typical business idea you have, and that's very nice to have as well, right? Thank you so much, both of you. And we definitely hope that by the end of this carnival, you will have a lot of clarity on your idea as well, Paridhi. All right. And we move to Advika.
My name is Advika. I am 11 years old, and I don't know if you call this a business, but then when I want to grow up, I want to do counseling in pranic healing for people. and the tagline yesterday I could not think about it, but then my mama helped me to think about it. The tagline is a touch of care for you today for a better tomorrow.
Wow, that's interesting. And definitely not a business, but it's a way to solve people's problems, right?
Yeah.
So, way to go, Advika. Thank you for sharing your idea. And we will take Sania's turn now. Sania, please introduce yourself.
Sania has some problems with the mic. She said she'll type it.
All right. Sure, Sania. We will wait for you to type in your introduction, and we will surely read it out for the audience as well. And we can move to who is next? Sara Agarwal?
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Sara and I am 10 years old. So in this lockdown, I want to learn new skills. So people can teach them the skills. So I will do something that can, I will tell people to host meetings, and the people who are interested to learn that skill will learn it from one person who will take the meeting. And whoever wants to learn any skill can reach out to me, and I can tell them if I found someone who can teach them that skill, and when would they like to do the meeting with them to teach them the skill. So that way many people can learn new skills, and they will pay me for that, and then I will and I can give half of the money to charity.
Wow, that's interesting again. Lovely idea, Sara. And we will ask Deepesh Abrol to take his turn now.
Thank you, ma'am. I am Deepesh Abrol from City Model School, Reshma, India, Uttar Pradesh. And my business ideas, I have not implemented, I have not started working on that, but I have decided that I will take the business of making drones, which would be of 5 categories. First is the mini drones, second high drones, then the master drones and the superior drones, and lastly the normal drones which work. And in the master and the superior drones, it would be very helpful for the people who cannot walk properly or they have lost their eyes.
Right.
Like if the drones will have something, a pitch of scientific mind with which they could predict that here the plant would be grown. So they will automatically plant a seed there and take care of the plant as well as the area around it. And the mini and the spy drones would be used to spy on the enemies, terrorists, and etc. Thank you, ma'am.
Fantastic idea, Deepesh. Wish you all the best and hope you can make the pilot of these drones ASAP. I'll be very excited to see them actually. And we move to Navya.
Yes, my name is Navya and I'm 9 years old. My business idea is that instead of people who communicate as cleaners and garbage collectors, we can automatically we can just make robots who do everything with just a snap of the hand. You're on mute.
Well, that's interesting, Navya, and wish you all the best. And with that, we will move to Ishmeher.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ishmeher Singh. I am 13 years old. I stay in Delhi. Currently, I have no business idea, but I will work on it.
Super.
I want to make a lettering company.
You want to make a?
Lettering company.
Lettering company. That's interesting, Ishmeher. Wish you all the best, and we wish you to find your idea soon or the plan soon on how to act upon it. We can move to Swara Dikshit.
My name is Swara Dikshit and my business idea is to own a food truck called Pancakes, and the tagline is your daily dose of puns and breakfast. And the money that I will get from my business, I will donate half of it to charity and use some of it to buy materials for my studies.
Wow, that's interesting and fantastic. Wish you all the best. And let's grab hold of Rohin Bhatia.
My name is Rohin Bhatia. I'm 10 years old and I want to do a business where so everyone these days wants to buy plants for their balcony. So I was thinking to start a plant business with the tagline, "Go green, stay clean."
Wow, that's interesting. So you would be interested in starting a plant business, right? Where you would probably be cultivating and growing plants.
Yeah.
Super. That's fantastic. And let's hear from Shaurya. Shaurya, are you there? We can also hear from Reshmi Singh.
Ma'am, Namaste, my name is Reshma Singh and I'm 9 years old and my business idea is Ma'am,
Yes.
can I share my idea later?
Sure. Take your time and we'll be happy to hear from you later. Shaurya, are you there? All right. So I think I missed Krisha Wakani.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Krisha. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Krisha Vakani. I am 9 years old. And my business idea, I have like 2 ideas. First, I'm interested in sketching, so I might make sketches.
Okay.
And second, I like to do even coding, so I might create a good app which would help people.
Fantastic. That's interesting, Krisha. Thank you for sharing. And meanwhile, I would love to read out what Sania has written out to you. I want to become a fashion designer and my studio's name is Fashion Studio. That's interesting, Sania. Wish you all the best. And we have Tic-Tac-Toe. Are you there, Tic-Tac-Toe? All right.
My name is Dee.
Okay.
I'm 10.
Okay.
Currently, I do not have any business idea.
Absolutely okay. We hope you can find yours soon. All right. So I think we've heard from all of us.
I think Shivansh has left.
Okay. All right. Are we missing anyone? Please unmute yourself and let me know that I missed you and feel free to introduce yourself.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I'm Shivansh Anand.
Yes, Shivansh.
My age is 12 years old.
Okay.
My thing which I want to make is related to science. So in an atom, there is 99% of space which is left. If I can reduce that space of any object, I can reduce its size by 99%, and it would be easier for us to carry that thing if we have to travel somewhere. So we need our study table if we are traveling all over the world. So we can reduce the atomic size of that table and carry it, and wherever we want to open that table, I can give that space of that atoms to the table, and the table can again retain its size again.
Oh wow, that's interesting. And are you working on it already?
Not yet.
Okay, so wish you all the best, and do make this possible. It would be a really innovative thing to have in our platter. All right, all the best, Shivansh. Is there someone else who has missed introducing themselves? All right, so I'll move further, and well, the purpose of getting each one of you to introduce yourself quickly was to get an idea of where do you all stand, what are you thinking about, where's the thought process going on along, and if I can add more value, maybe now, maybe later on, it will always be good to connect later, right? And in addition to that, it also helps you all understand more about each other. Well, let's move further. We are going to discuss how do we introduce ourselves, right? In the form of introducing what we are planning to do in the form of business, as an entrepreneur, as a business idea or profession or products or services, right? Introducing yourself or your company quickly and compellingly is something that is called as an elevator pitch or an elevator speech. Has anyone heard about this? A quick raise of hands?
No.
No? Let's know more today. Yeah, Rishit has heard, Meera has heard. Yeah. So I'll be eager and excited to share more about this thought process further as we move through the session. And I would request you all to even grab your pen and paper. If there's some new terminology that you may have understood or heard today, it is always good to write it down before you forget it. And you can always revisit later, Google it up, look for authentic study material online, and I will also try and send across some important information to News Shuttle, and they can share it across to all the participants here if that is also doable, right? So let me start with a quote, okay? And I want this to be interactive. So I am going to ask you some questions as we move further. I am going to ask you your thoughts and inputs as we move further because it's a peer-to-peer learning today, isn't it? Right? We all have business ideas, we all have some things or thoughts in our mind, and it is always good to understand how we perceive different thought processes and how do we perceive different aspects of different types of products or services or business ideas and ventures. So let's keep it a peer discussion. Let's learn from each other and let's take back at least one new thing that we could learn today and we could implement in our business lives so that we can create something really better than what we were thinking of before this session, right? So there is a quote which says, "It is not what you know, but who you know." All right? It is not what you know, but who you know. And what I need to understand from all of you, maybe you can use the chat box this time and type it out quickly. How many of you feel this is true? How many of you feel this is false? And if you have a third thought, I will. And if you have a third thought, please put it across on the chat. The quote is, I'm typing it as well, it is not what you know, but who you know. I've put it up on the chat box as well. It is not what you know, but who you know. True, so true. All right. Shivansh disagrees. He says, I think it's false. Suraj says it's false. Rest of you say it's true. Okay, Meera, it's okay if you don't get it. We will understand it further. Yeah. Maybe not sure is what Navya says, which is also a good thought process, a good opinion. So I would like to ask quickly, it is not what you know, but who you know. I would like to first, okay, Rishit has something different to say. It is not what you know, it's what a customer knows. That's also a very good point of view, Rishit. I would like to ask Suraj.
I'm disagreeing because it doesn't make sense because you knowing Bill Gates isn't a big thing. Like it's just you can just talk to each other, but you can't you won't get this money. It doesn't make any sense because it's what you know. You knowing will improve your business and it will help you create many ideas. But anyone else knowing won't help you.
All right. Anyone? Okay. Advika?
Can I share?
Yeah, I wanted to tell that even if you know a lot, but then you don't know anybody, like how will you go around sharing things? So you must also know people. Like, I'm not saying that you should not be knowing things, but then knowing things, but you should also know a lot of people to share your ideas.
Right.
Start your business.
Okay. So
Can
you
I
mean,
share?
Can I share?
Yes. So Advika means to say that we should be knowing the people as well as knowing the subject. Right, Advika?
Ma'am, this
Can I share?
right?
Who was it? Who asked me if it is right?
Polemy.
Polemy will come back to what is right, what is not.
No,
Yeah?
I didn't ask that. I asked, can I share?
Oh, yes, Polemy. Please go on.
So I feel it's true because if we know what, like, there is some information we know, but if we want to make our business more vast and go on more successfully, we need to know more people who have more better ideas, which will make our business more better.
Okay, which means you believe that it's important to know who we know, right?
Yes.
All right.
Can I add to her point, please?
Sure, Meera.
I was saying that I thought something similar. So if you don't know people, how did you learn what you know? Because what I have been taught is because of my mom, my dad, my teachers, my friends, and books, but mostly them, right? I mean, I don't know reading without them.
Right.
So you need to know people definitely, and plus starting a business, as Suraj says, that's really important. I get it, but without knowing your clients, you will not know their needs, and without knowing their needs, you cannot be an entrepreneur. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing, which means you agree to the fact that it's important to know your subject matter expertise as well as know people as well. Both of them are equally important.
Can I share?
I want to give a chance to Swastik, Shubhan, and then you next. Okay, sure. They've been raising their hands for a long time. Swastik, go on.
Yes, ma'am. It is not what you know, but who you might think is. I think this, this quote is true because if we don't know anyone and we know the knowledge, what will we do with the knowledge? We can't spread it out.
Very true. Thank you.
If we know people and we don't know any knowledge, then it can be that people know some knowledge and we get the knowledge from them.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. Makes sense. Shubhan?
Same thing.
Same thing? Fantastic. Thank you. Shivansh?
Ma'am, and also, ma'am, I heard this quote is by Friedrich Niemann, right?
Right. That's true.
Thanks, ma'am. Because I sent this quote to someone and I below it was written Friedrich Niemann. So
All right. No worries. It is true. Shivansh?
Yes, ma'am. I think it is false because what you know, you should know that why do you know that thing you know. It sounds complicated, but the thing you know, why do you know that thing? It is important. Like as Meera said that the information was told, you know that information because it was told by someone to you in past.
Right.
Etc.
Right.
So you should get to the root of the information, that why do you know that information.
Right.
And as we have some social media platforms like YouTube or Instagram, here when you upload videos, you don't know anyone, but they know you after seeing your videos. So,
all right.
To advertise something, it is not important for you to know anyone. It is important for them to know you.
Fantastic. That's a very good point of view as well. And
can I please counter that?
Yes, Meera, I'll give you a lot of chances to speak. Yes, and let us take the last one from Mariam. We will move on to the subject and we will hear more from all of you again. Yes, Mariam.
I think this quote is true because if you know someone and if they're giving some knowledge to you, but you should know that that knowledge is true or if it's false. So it's more important to know who it is and not more important to know what
We got your yes, we got your point. Thank you so much, Mariam, and thank you each and every one of you. I love your enthusiasm. I mean, you guys are just amazing. You want to share your thoughts and ideas. Continue the momentum. You'll get more opportunities. Let me share what I feel. Okay. No one is judging each other over here. None of us judged you when you spoke your thoughts, and we are going to continue the same. So feel free to share whatever you agree or disagree to. And likewise, even I would like to take an opportunity to share. I believe both of these are important. Okay, although the quote goes, "It is not what you know, but who you know." It is true. Very much agreeable to the fact that it's not always possible to rely on what you know. You also need people that you know or who you know to make your progress further. But at the same time, I believe both of these are important. Being competent, right, of what you know is something that we can relate to being competent enough, and having those who are in authority to know your abilities and strengths. Both of them go hand in hand, is my point of view. Some of you may agree, some of you may disagree. It's absolutely okay. But my question to you is, whatever your opinion is, whatever your thought process is, how do we actually get to know people who can understand or identify or relate to your strengths, to your competencies? It's a one-word answer. Any quick share? 3 chances.
Excuse me, Mamu, can you please repeat it?
All right. So I said, according to me, being competent enough or having competency in what you do or what you know, right, is equally important. And having those who are in authority, people who are in authority, should be able to know your abilities, your capabilities, and your competencies. So according to me, being competent and knowing people who can help you, who can help identify your competency and help you grow, both go hand in hand. Does that help, Dipesh?
Yes, ma'am, completely it helps.
All right. So my next question is, how exactly, right? How exactly do we balance both these things? There is something that I am competent in. There is something that is an ability that I have, probably a good problem solving ability, probably the ability to build something innovative, unique, or probably to do traditional business in a unique way or in a better way. Yes, Paulami, how do you do it?
So what, as for me, what we know, right? We learn it from someone, and that, like, we know something, we must try to share our knowledge, and the other person who we are sharing the knowledge with will also have some part of knowledge, right?
Right.
The person knows something or the other, so that person can also share, and he will understand that he or she will understand that what is my point of view and what all are my strengths and abilities, and then I can understand the same way, and with both the ideas, then the business can grow.
Super, fantastic, Paulami. So, how do we exactly make this happen? Has anyone heard about the word networking? A quick raise of hands. Yes. So, what is networking? Yeah, social networking, right? Networking is when you get to interact with people, right? You get to meet and interact with different people and talk more about yourself, learn more about them, isn't it? In simple words, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are the occasions where we get to network with people? We go
workshops,
parties,
carnivals.
Yes, parties is a good example.
Events.
Carnivals.
Yes, going live.
Meetings.
Carnivals. Meetings.
School.
Others' opinions.
Conferences.
Yes. Conferences, schools. Someone said schools.
Yeah, that was me,
Others'
Meera.
opinions.
Yes, Meera. Sorry, what was it, Suraj?
Others' opinions.
Others' opinions, yes.
Even sports, because when you go for matches and everything, you meet.
Yes, sports. Tilak and Arav, you were saying something?
Ads.
Ads. Ads. Okay. So I'm Tilak and Arav. What I'm trying to say
network.
is, social network is one good answer. So what I'm trying to say is, what are the different ways of networking with people? And all of you have given correct answers. There are family functions as well. Cousins coming down for a party, birthday party. wedding ceremonies or functions happening at your home. There also you get to meet a lot of family members, know more about them, share more about you as well. Friends catching up before school or after school, isn't it? Yeah, so there are lots of ways to network. All of you are bang on it. So networking, I believe, is a skill, right? It's a skill. Rather, what is a skill? We all spoke about a lot of skills. I believe networking is one of those life skills which you can compare with, like you have life skills in your life which helps you thrive really well, like being able to make your own food is a life skill. Being able to not drown when you are in water is a life skill. The ability to swim, to learn to swim, the ability to feed yourself without being dependent on anything or anyone else, right? We should at least be able to make our own sandwich and feed ourselves when we are hungry, right? These are some of the basic life skills. The ability to take deep breaths and remain calm in stressful situations is a life skill, right? The ability to be aware and mindful of ourselves and of things and situations around us is also a life skill. Likewise, networking, according to me, is also a life skill in business terminologies or in a business setup. Why? Because it is that muscle that you can keep on building, and the more you use it, the better you get at it. All right? So it's that muscle that you can always build on. Each one of us may not be a great networker. Some of us are introverts, some of us are shy, some of us are not able to speak in public, which is absolutely okay. But being aware of it, working on it, each one of us can figure out our own ways to network around people around us in our own unique ways. Why? Because it is that muscle which you can keep on building, and the more you use it, the more stronger it gets. All right?
Yes.
Right? Super. So what we are going to do is we are going to understand more about elevator pitches now. We have understood where or in what setup we interact with each other, right? And when you get that opportunity to talk about your idea or your business. Now I believe each one of you has identified the entrepreneur in yourself. You know that you are, or all of us are, interacting with each other as entrepreneurs over here or young entrepreneurs over here, isn't it? So let's keep the hangover of it continued for a still little more time. And what I want you to do is, I want to imagine a scenario. All right, you've just bumped into a former client at an airport, probably. You are already an entrepreneur, and some of you have already started working with your clients. Those of you who haven't, I want you to imagine that you have an established clientele and you've just bumped into a former client at the airport. We are going into an imagination mode, all of you with me? All right. After exchanging your initial pleasantries, he asks you, what is your company does? It's a new business. That's interesting to know. But what do? You open your mouth and then you take a pause because suddenly you go blank inside and you try to recall, what on earth do I have to start with? I do so many things, or there's so much to talk about my business, right? And then as you try to organize your thoughts, his flight is called, he's on his way, and if you've been better prepared, you're sure that he would have stayed long enough to schedule a meeting with you, and you would have grabbed that opportunity to talk at length about your business idea, right? This is one situation where it actually helps to have an elevator pitch, right? Going back to the elevator pitch, let me remind you once again, an elevator pitch is a concise, a very carefully planned, a well-practiced description about your company, and it is something that even your mom should be able to understand in the time it would take to ride up an elevator. All right? It's a 30-second, most often, it's a 30-second memorable description of what you do or what you sell, and the goal is to earn a second conversation with the other person. The goal is not to convince the person you are talking to that they should hire you or they should buy your product or service. All right? We will explain what a great one sounds like a little sooner now, but what I want you to know...
I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
What if we share our cards? Isn't that enough?
Okay. Now, a card that you share, rather, I'll get back to that again, after I answer your question. A card that you share is mostly an information, a contact information about you. It's, we have e-cards also these days, right? Right? You share a card with me, or probably I share a card with you. How much can you put up in your card? Yeah, there is limited space. Yeah, so when you have descriptions, yeah, right, you never know whether the other person is gonna go through that description or not. There is no guarantee, right? And your main intention in this spot or in this situation is to grab that next meeting with that person, right? Imagine, Suraj, imagine you are looking out for funding for your venture, right? And you happen to spot this investor in that airport scenario imagination, right? And if you, you forward your portfolio or your card or your description or your business plan in detail to the investor, there is very low probability that he is going to have a look at it, forget about it. Is he even going to open it and see it, right? The first question is, why should I? Did I ask for it? No. It's like imposing yourself on the other person, right? Right? It's like imposing yourself, read about me. You don't even know whether the other person is interested. So the reason why you need to have an elevator pitch is to hook on the other person to what you do, leave them with a curiosity so that they can discuss more about this particular thing with you. Yeah, and trust me, mails or portfolios and profiles definitely go a long way. They will come into picture sooner or later, but the power that having an individual one-on-one face-to-face conversation is missing over there, right? The convincing part is missing over there. The call to action is missing over there. The interaction is missing over there. It happens to be a one-sided affair, right? And you'll get more clarity. I am sure I have not been able to solve your query 100%, but as we move further into elevator pitch, you'll understand why and how is it important. Okay. Now, what I want you all to know, elevator pitch is not. Okay. What is it not? Remember that an elevator pitch is not a sales pitch. All right, Suraj, this will help you as well. So it's not a sales pitch. Don't get caught up in using this entire pitch to tell the investor probably that how great your product or service is. No, we are not going to talk about how great our product or service is. The investor is buying the business, not the product. If it's an investor that we are talking to, right? If it's a customer, then that's a sales pitch, of course. But here we are talking about an elevator pitch or a business pitch. And here we are not talking about, or probably we are not interested in having a direct sales offer over here. We are trying to have something which could be as good as an investor or as good as a B2B client or a promoter for our businesses, right? What is important is to tell him or her how you will run the business and not how your product or your service is better than the others, or try to sell the product or service. So let me repeat again, most often a 30-second memorable description of what you do or what you sell, with a goal to earn a second conversation, not to convince the person you're talking to that they should hire you or buy your solution. All right, it is a concise, very carefully planned, very well practiced description about your company that you should be able to make your mom understand what you are doing in a time that takes to ride up an elevator, which is mostly 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Perfect? So far, everyone with me?
Yeah.
Super. So now, very clearly and very succinctly, let's go back to the imagination that we had. What if I was better prepared so that I could make the investor stay long enough to schedule a meeting, or the former client that I had met at the airport listen to, some quirky, catchy information about me so that he could meet me later. This is one situation where we understood that probably having an elevator pitch, and I always convey this to my mentees, have multiple elevator pitches for multiple situations. Have one for an investor, have one for a prospect, have one for a promoter, right? Have one for a B2B prospect, have one for a B2C prospect. So these short pre-prepared speeches that explain you what your organization does very clearly, very succinctly is what we are going to explore further. Okay, so let's look at how to craft an effective elevator pitch. Now let's understand first, and then we are going to go into small breakout rooms and we are going to create, I'm going to give you time to create your own elevator pitches after you understand how to create one for yourself. And after we do that, we are going to go into breakout rooms and share our pitches very quickly and take quick reflections and feedbacks as well. All right, so that we are, at least today, each one of us goes back with a basic elevator pitch about ourselves, and later on we can always grab hold of a buddy and improvise on it until it gets fine-tuned and perfect. All right, so what is an elevator pitch is very clear, but what I want you to recall is that brief persuasive speech that you use to spark interest in me or anyone else in what your organization does. So how do you use them to create interest in a project, idea or product, or in yourself, right? A good elevator pitch should last ideally for 30 seconds, but it can go up to 1 minute as well. All right. Hence the correlation of the name. Make it interesting, make it memorable, make it succinct. You also need to explain what makes you or your organization, your product or idea unique. All right. Now my next question is, when do you use an elevator pitch, right? Like, some people think that this kind of thing is useful only for salespeople who need to pitch their products and services, but you can also use them in other situations, like you need to introduce your organization to potential clients. You need them in your organization to sell a new idea to your CEO. So even employees need to have elevator pitch skills so that they can use their elevator pitch to propose a new idea to their CEO, or even to tell people about the change or the initiative that you're leading. Somebody wanted to do, serve people by pranic healing. Somebody wanted to make, physics-related innovations. So this is where you can tell people about the change or the initiative that you want to lead. You can even craft one to tell people what do you do for a living. It could be anything, right? So let's go to creating an elevator pitch for ourselves. I want you to grab your pens and paper so that you can start noting some points. These points will help you creating a beautiful elevator pitch for yourself as well. All right. So the first step first. One, identify your goal.
Can you just give me a minute? I just want to
Yes, follow me. Yes. Go ahead, and I'll look at some chats that have come across.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Krisha.
I didn't get what's elevator pitch.
All right. So, Krisha, what is your business idea? Do you have one?
I told I have two.
Yes, you have two. Correct. So you love sketching, and you also know coding, and you would love to make an app, right?
I'll try to.
Yes, you would try to. So, Krisha, imagine you are already making sketches, and probably you want to start up an art gallery, or you already have an online art gallery for your sketches where you look forward at selling them to the prospective buyers, right? Now there could be different types of people who could buy your sketches, right? It could be end customer, like I want to put up a sketch that you have created on my house wall or an office wall and use it as a decor item. On the other hand, there could be an interior designer who could be able to create series of businesses for you, right? So an interior designer will be able to buy your artwork or recommend your artwork to all of his clients wherever he is working on the interior designing project. So let me, so for if I am looking to buy your product directly, I would be a B2C customer. And if the interior designer is the one that you target, it's a B2B customer. Now, reaching out to a B2B customer is really, really interesting. Why? And it's more successful in depending on your business type. Yes, who's that?
Ma'am, I have another class right now.
All right, Navya.
I'm leaving.
Thank you so much, Navya.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. So, Krisha, getting back to your doubts, what if you happen to, you were looking for the
Excuse
top
me,
or the
ma'am.
best? Yes, Aditya.
Ma'am, today is my test, so can I leave?
Yes, please. Whoever has to leave can leave. Whoever can stay back can stay
ma'am.
back. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. So, Krisha, imagine you know this topmost interior designer of the city, and you happen to bump into him or her in the mall. You would like to introduce yourself, right? You're standing right next to him in the elevator, and you would take that opportunity to grab a greeting or two with him or her, and that's where having an elevator pitch for yourself is something that will help you introduce yourself very quickly, very crisply, very precisely, and help that interior designer hook onto you on what do you do and look forward to meeting you later so that he or she can engage with you for more business. Okay? Hope that helps now, Krisha. Fantastic. So let's move further. The first point, I hope Polome is back. All right. Identifying your goal. Yes, please. Who is that?
I'm Dipesh.
Yes, Dipesh.
Like you told that A2B and B2B customer, ma'am, can you please tell that?
All right. So a quick note on that. B2C stands for business to customer and B2B stands for business to business. These are two different types of business models that you can explore. And you can definitely, I mean, it's off the topic. You can reach out to me separately to discuss more on this. Or maybe we can ask News Shuttle and Shweta ma'am to organize another session. I think this would be really interesting for all of you kids. There could be another session for this also, right? So, and meanwhile, you can always Google and learn more about it. Okay, but B2C is business to customer and B2B is business to business. These are different types of business models that you can have for your business, right? All right. So the first step is to identify your goal. I want you to start by thinking about the objective of the pitch that you're going to write today. You can create a pitch for an investor. You can create a pitch for a potential customer. You can create a pitch for general information about what you do to be pitched to anyone in the room right now. Or you can create a pitch for me to understand a little more about your idea. Okay? Pick up anything. Think about the objective of your pitch. For instance, do you want to tell your potential clients about your organization? Or do you have a great new product idea that you want to pitch to an executive? Or do you want a simple and engaging speech to explain what you do for a living? All right? And then we move further to explain what you do, right? You've identified your goal. Now we are moving to the next step. You need to explain what you do. So start your pitch by describing what your organization does. Focus on the problem that you're solving, right? And how you help people. If you can add more information like statistics that shows the value in what you do, go ahead and feel free to add statistics, right? Imagine that you're creating an elevator pitch that describes what your company does. You plan to use it at networking events like the one we are having right now. So maybe you could say my company writes mobile application or mobile device applications for other businesses, right? This could be the explanation. But this explanation is not very memorable. You know, we all can forget that Suraj does mobile device applications, right? There isn't any recall value to it. There isn't any hook attached to it. How will you make it more memorable? Make a better explanation. My company develops mobile applications that businesses use to train their staff remotely, right? This is a better, more precise, more elaborate, more specific one. You can still add more to it. This mobile application results in a big increase in the efficiency for an organization's managers. Still more interesting, right? This also shows the value that you are providing to the organization that would look forward to buy your application, isn't it? Right? So this was an example that I just shared. I will repeat it so that you all can grasp it better and you all can try to create your own explanation of what your pitch or what do you do in detail, right? I gave an example of, say for example, my company writes mobile device applications for other businesses. Very cliche, very ordinary, right? and we can make it still interesting if we specify properly. Yes.
I was wondering how we can make a business pitch for a service company.
And definitely, see, mobile applications is also kind of a product which is created for services, right? The example that I shared right now. If it's a services company, Meera, I think, you were creating a WeWork for studying together, right? So identify what or how exactly you want to emphasize on the thought process of creating a study, an organization that will help students come together and study, right? How will it be unique? Why is it needed, right? So maybe as we move further to the next step, you will get more clarity. There are further things. You don't have a product, you have a service, but your service is a product, right? Okay, just like pranic healing for people is a product. It's a service rather, but we are using it as a product right now. Okay. And we move further. Yes, Shweta, I got your point. We will definitely go into breakout rooms. Just a couple of more minutes to help them equip with the basic tools, and we will move into the breakout rooms. So the next important point is to create your USP. So your elevator pitch needs to have a unique selling proposition, USP. What is it? It is what identifies you, your organization, or your idea as unique. You want to communicate your USP after you have talked about what you do, right?
Can you just tell me again what does USP exactly
USP, unique selling proposition. Okay, USP.
But proposition is from P, so like how can it be USB?
No, it is USP. P. Yeah, so it is USP, unique selling proposition, which means nothing but how do you position yourself separately or uniquely. How does your idea go different from the existing ones already in the market, right? So maybe you use a novel approach because like other developers, you visit the organization to find out what they need exactly as a solution, or maybe you probably probably a WeWork for students to get together. It could also be a virtual WeWork kind of a thing right now, considering the pandemic and the need for social distancing. So what is your USP, right? Figure out your USP and then end it with an engaging question. So after you communicate your USP, we started with the goal. We have a business idea. We need to describe it. Then we move to unique selling proposition. What makes you unique? And then you engage the person in front of you with a unique question. What could this be? It could be an open-ended question. Questions that cannot be answered with a yes or no. So that you involve them in the conversation and make sure that you are able to answer the questions that he or she may have after you put up this question. So for example, so how does your organization handle training of new people, right? So maybe for Meera, the question would be, how does your school engage your students in after-school activities, right? So these could be the questions that will help the other person think about what is it that we are doing. Do I really need, are we really equipped with the tool to handle this kind of a situation? Oh, well, if not, then it's better that I know more about them. I may need to equip myself or my organization with this business tool or this product or this service, isn't it? And then put it all together and read it aloud. Use a stopwatch, time yourself well. Do not take more than 30 seconds. I will give you the liberty to use 1 minute for this, so that you don't risk losing the other person's interest and monopolizing the conversation if you go for a longer time, and the person does not have to cut you about anything abruptly. So here is your pitch could probably come together. The example that I shared about mobile applications, let me put it all together for your understanding. My company develops mobile applications that businesses use to train their staff remotely, right? What do? We develop mobile applications. What is the description? That it trains their staff remotely, right? This means that senior managers can spend time on other important tasks, right? You're giving a value to your description as well, along with your product or service. Unlike other companies which do the same mobile applications, we visit your organization to find out exactly what your people need. That's a value proposition. That's a unique selling proposition, right? This means that on an average, 95% of our clients are happy with the first version of the app. So how does your organization handle the training of new people? Right? Got it? I left you with a thought which questions you innately. How do you handle the training of your new people? Right? You know your answers. You know that I can create a mobile application where we can train your staff remotely, which means that your senior managers can spend time on other important tasks. Your senior manager do not have to spend time training your staff. We do that for you. We create the mobile application, we train your staff, we train them remotely, and we go to visit you first to understand what is it that you need exactly. All right? And then practice, practice, practice. Make sure you use the right body language and you're confident enough with a smile on your face, your body in a neutral position, chin up, shoulders out, with all the confidence shown across when you speak to the other person, and you are ready with your elevator pitch. The key over here is to keep on practicing. Practice well, time yourself well, and I can see a lot of you already working on it, so it would be the right time, Shweta, to put everyone into breakout rooms, and as you are ready, we can quickly have your share of elevator pitches. Yes, the rooms are closed already?
Yes.
All right, Sarah, why don't you complete your sentence? Let's
Should I start over?
Yes.
Should I start over?
Yes. Let's hear everyone. Let's hear out from Sarah and Shubhan, and then we will hand it over to Shweta. Yes, Sarah, go on first.
Okay. So, hello, I'm Sarah, and my business will help you get more skills. As many people want to learn new skills, but they just don't know who can teach them these skills. I will teach and will help you learn these skills and will show you the right person to teach you this. And you can even help charity by giving as much as you want to me, and I will give all this money to charity. It's a win-win.
All right, fantastic. That's a lovely one, Sarah. So you've covered what do, you've covered your USP as well, and you have a call to action, and you have an emotional appeal to it, that if you, if you learn through me, you will be contributing to charity as well. Very well done.
I'm still not able to understand that how can I form a USP?
We will get back to it, Polami. What I would like to say is that, identifying your USP, it will not happen instantly, right? You will have to work on it.
The last question.
Okay. All right. We will hear you after Shubhan, and we will help you as well. Okay, Shubhan.
Hi all, Namaste. My name is Shubhan. Nowadays, it is very tough to see for dates. Again in mobile, again in computers. Oh man, what do? In our day-to-day busy lives. We can conclude this topic by creating calendars. Calendars. Oh yes, you can create by customizing them with Creative. Here you can create your calendars with your liking. You can give it like you want. Like if you want a wall hanging calendar or you want a desk calendar, you can create it anywhere, any way. You can add photos to it and also text to it. So happy creating with all. And one more thing, don't forget. Creativity is intelligent, having fun. Someone great person. Thank you.
All right, Shubhan, very well compiled, very nicely written. but it would be great if you could make it a little more crisper, okay? A little shorter, a little more crisper. Like probably we understood the part with, you know, the way you started, it was brilliant, fabulous, like, you know, and then we understood that how it is evolving into, like, you know, you need to have or maintain calendars, and you know, you can create calendars kind of a thing. But after that, it was a little lost for all of us, isn't it? Right? So what I want you to do is, I want you to rework on this, identify how exactly you can position yourself uniquely.
Afterwards?
Yes, later on, yes, of course. We can stay back and you can let me know again. Yeah, rework on it and have a specific call to action for me to be able to grab a coffee meeting with you, right? That's the focus.
This can I tell you my this?
Sure,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Who is it?
It's Krisha.
Excuse me, ma'am, I've got a problem. My
Yes.
video
All
is
right,
not
Reshma.
starting. Now my video is not starting.
Okay, Rishit, you need to check at your end because there is nothing that we could do. Yes, now we can see you, Rishit.
Ma'am, I'd like to do my speech right now.
All right, Rishit, I'll get back to you after we have Paulomi, okay? We've already committed to her. Let's hear out Paulomi and then we'll come back to Rishit, right? Meanwhile, all the kids who have to rush somewhere else, you can take your leave from here, and who all wish to stay back can stay back, and we will get you addressed one by one. All right, let's learn from each other. If you want to listen to somebody else and prepare your elevator pitch, you believe that it can help you, it would be great as well. Yes, Krisha.
Ma'am, I have to go for one class, so then how will I tell my idea?
Reshma?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
so we'll
Shweta.
let all of them go in next few minutes.
Sure.
We just wanted to declare some prizes for the
All
business
right.
ideas that they gave.
All right.
So I'll list them on the chat with you, and then you can declare it for them.
Sure.
Thank
Please
you
do
so
that.
much. Please
So-
don't leave before that. Thank you.
All right. We'll wait for the winners. But let's hear it out from Paulomi and then from Krisha and then from Rishit. Rishit, you don't have to rush anywhere, right? All right, quickly then, Paulomi.
Okay. So hi everyone, I'm Paulini, and exactly nowadays in all restaurants there are waiters, and by the end of the day they are like totally worn out. So instead of making them so tired, we can like make 2 shifts. When the first shift they work, and in the second shift there can be a mechanism where the person does not have to lift a foot, and he can just sit on the person can just sit on his or her table, and then many people nowadays are like very conscious about like what the chef is putting in their food.
Paulomi, I'll interrupt, okay? You are going in an elaborate description of your business idea or a proposal. I want you to cut it short. I want you to time it really well. You are going in the right direction, but you're elaborating on it. Concise everything, cut short of all the additional words, and come up with only one-liner for your entire thought process, okay? Maybe a good example would be, and this will also probably address the last hooking up question as well. Maybe it would be good to maybe say that, hi, I'm Paulomi, and I am working on a concept where we will cut off the additional effort of manpower resources in a restaurant setup, where we will be giving experiential restaurant services to you, right from ordering your food to making the payments. It will be hassle free, where you don't have to interact with much people. So are you ready to experience a different kind of dining for yourself and your loved ones? Probably this could be one way of talking about it, right? So work on it.
Yeah, that's
Build up on it.
idea.
Yes. Build up on it. Keep it short. Yeah, 30 seconds is all that you have.
Can I go next?
It was Krisha. Let's have Krisha next. Yeah.
Hello everybody, I'm Krisha. Many people are shifting in new houses, so they want to decorate their houses.
Okay.
And they're not sure how to decorate. I'm making such beautiful sketches that you can decorate. if you want your on study table, you want to be very happy, then I'm making a therapeutic sketch. I'm a therapeutic sketcher. I make sketches through through emotions. Like if I'm happy, I'll make a happy sketch. If you want any
Yes, Krisha, go on.
if you want to decorate your house with happiness, you can come and buy my sketches. Thank
Lovely.
you.
Superb. That was really nice, Krisha. And I love the last sentence. Are you ready to decorate your house with happiness? That was a really catchy one. All right. So there's still scope of improvement. Keep practicing. Find out a buddy who can be accountable with you and keep sharing and keep improvising on it. All right. You can leave for your class as well. Thank you so much. Yeah. Next was Rishit. Rishit, quickly.
Hello, this is Reshma. Now there are 3 problems which irk me. The receptionists, which can spread COVID, and then the time which they take to check us in, and the cards, which we get to unlock our rooms, which waste its environment. And I have a solution for that. Introducing the Viva, one machine for everybody. For addressing the COVID situation, there will be no humans. There will be a machine. Addressing the long check-in situation, it's very easy. Just click, 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 pay, slide, and you're done. And addressing the card issue, you need one card only for every lock in the hotel. Thank you.
Fantastic, Rishit. That's a very well done. I just wanted to make it a little bit crisper. Like, reduce the time a little bit more. Try to make it within 30 seconds. You just short the time a little bit. Yeah.
But can I try again? Can I try again later on?
If yes, later on, or else write down to News Shuttle and if possible, request them to share it across with me, and I'll be happy to help you on that. All right. So quickly we will move to Swastik.
Yes, ma'am. So can I present
It's Swastik, right? Yes, Swastik. Go on.
Hello everyone, I'm Swastik and I believe that we give our best in everything we do. With this thought, I've created my painting by the name Flagon. Nowadays people are very confused. What to keep in background, what to keep the font, and when we see the time, oh no! Now we have to present the presentation. Now, no tension, just call me. I can make creative for Instagram, Facebook and WhatsApp. Don't you think it's work? You even save money.
Fantastic. I loved it, Swastik. Very well written. Just time yourself a little bit. Rest, everything was covered. Super. Fantastic. All right. So I think we have the Mariam. I'm happy you got it. All right. So I think we have the message from News Shuttle to everyone. Refine your elevator pitch and send it to them by a video recording after the session, and it will reach me, and we can definitely work upon this. Okay. I will always be there to support you all later on. And let me announce the winners quickly. Okay, I have got the list of winners, and as good as you are excited, even I am excited to know the names, and I am the one who is announcing the names as well. So the first prize goes to Dipesh for the drone of 5 different varieties. A huge round of applause for Dipesh. The second one, congratulations Dipesh. The second one goes to Meera for the concept of studying in a common space. Congratulations, Meera. And the third one is shared by 2 of you. All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Meera. And the third one is shared. The third prize goes to 2 of you. It is shared by Shubhan Gadia for the creative calendar that you are working on. And the person you're sharing the third prize with is Rishit Patidar. Congratulations, Rishit and Shubhan. Very well done, all of you, and I really enjoyed listening to your pitches, and I am excited to look out your videos as well. So if you also had a great time, take it one step further. work on your elevator pitches, share it across, and we will be happy to help you fine tune them.
From the videos, we'll be selecting 3 videos for elevator pitch, which will be selected by Dr. Reshma Sagari. So once, the videos can be sent on the number which is on the chat, please.
So, right, bye-bye. Nice interacting with you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sanya, we missed you today. Yeah. Krisha, are you saying something? You're on mute.
Where is the number? Can you give?
869
869
879
879
0004.
0004. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye. All the best. And you spoke really well. So create a nice video of elevator pitch and send it.
Thank you.
Yeah.